like we do with tanning oil, I suppose. But it is quite and that was happening up until 100 years ago at least, and in certain parts of Africa I'm sure it still does happen, where hippo fat is quite a highly sought after commodity. I mean, see how strong that lioness is. I mean, there's still probably 500 pounds or so weight, 600 pounds even, when we try to do my conversions. Yeah, about 600 pounds of weight still there. And you see she moves like a whole carcass when she pulls. She's using her paw there to move some of the stomach contents out of the way. So basically that stomach contents there is just undigested grasses. And see how she turns her head to the side when she's got to get through that thick skin of the hippo? Oh, she looks like she might be wanting to move it. Look at the power of that. Oh, disappearing lion. Let me just move the vehicle quickly so we can see what's going on. Oh, hang on a second. So hippos do have quite a high mortality rate. From just being hippos, they fight a lot, and young ones quite often get stuck in between. But I'm going to try and have a look, see if we can figure out what happened to this one, whether it was killed by the lions. I've got a feeling it was. So what she's going to do now is she's going to try bury that stomach content, that undigested grass, and that is an attempt to try and mask the smell, to keep the hyenas from finding it. Although I think hyenas have got such a good sense of smell that it might be a bit of a waste of time. And it'd be quite interesting to see if the hyenas do come here this evening, because I'm definitely going to be back here to see what happens later on. I'm trying to see on the back of that hippo whether we can see whether it's got claw marks from being jumped on by lions, or we can see a noticeable wound that might have been caused by another hippo. I'm just using my camera to get a closer look at certain things. So, I mean, they've been eating for a while, and you can see they're not that full yet. So it tells us this carcass is very fresh. And you see that other lioness who's just arrived. She's still got quite a bit of blood on her face, so she's back for round 2. So really trying to mask the smell, cover the stomach content. One thing that makes me possibly doubt was lions is if we... Oh, let's just watch her bury stomach content. A lot of cats will try mask the smell of where they've made a kill and cover up the stomach content. Might even get some help. There we go. Teamwork, girls. You can see, not designed for digging, not the most effective when it comes to scratching around sand. Now you see where that second lioness is sniffing there. I can't really see too well what that hole is, but that is one thing that might make me think it might not be lions and it might be an injury from another hippo. But I will have a closer look when the ladies allow me the opportunity to. Oh, there's such amazingly beautiful animals. The muscle definition is incredible. Now, this is quite an open area where they've killed this hippo, so there's a strong possibility that the vultures might descend at some point during the day. But I think they might drag this hippo into a slightly thicker area where it's going to be harder for the vultures to see it. But even here, just being so open in this general area, it might not work. See, now she's covering up some of the blood spots from when it would have opened up the carcass first. Again, trying to mask the smell.